Hey, what's up, Visionaries? Welcome back to the Arc Vision Fam Jam. My name's Anton. Hopefully, all of you guys are having a fantastic day because today's supporter squad request comes from Nicole, and this is Matchbox 20 Push. And yeah, I love Matchbox 20. Unwell still. I listen to that song all the time. But anyway, before we get into this one, I do want to say you guys rock. Thank you for all of the love. Also, if you guys want to support the channel and at the same time request songs, albums, and get exclusive access to uncut full album reactions and a whole bunch of other cool stuff, definitely join everyone in the supporter squad on Patreon for the price of large pizza, and that is what funds the entire channel. So if you want to help out and get a whole bunch of cool perks, definitely do that. And yeah, of course, shout out to my supporters. I love you guys. I love everyone, but I love you guys a lot. And if anyone wants to hang out with myself, DM me, whatever, and hang out with the entire Arc Vision community, we're on Discord. Find us there. Link down below. It's for free. And also links down below to my podcast and to official merch if you're interested. And that's it. So let's get into Matchbox 20 Push.
She said, I don't know if I've ever been good enough.
I think Matchbox 20 is going to be that band that I never knew they existed, but every song I loved growing up is by this band. So already, he has a thing with his voice. Like, he's so good at verses. Already, I can tell. He just has this, like, incredible ear for melody. Like he's one of those guys. I think I'm gonna end up projecting way too much. I'm gonna build him up to be a god, deify him, and then he's gonna break my heart and write a song I don't like. But anyway, just so far, like already, like we're 16 seconds in and he did that first line. I was like, this is gonna be good, and I kind of recognize it already. But yeah, let's get back into this. Dude has a good ear for melody. I love the 90s, too.
I don't know if I've ever been good enough. I'm a little bit rusty and I think my head is caving in. And I don't know if I've ever been really loved by a hand that's touched me, and I feel like something's gonna give. And I'm a little bit angry. Well, this ain't over. No, not here. Not while I still need you around. You don't hold me. We might change it. Yeah, we just might feel good. I wanna push you around. Well, I will. Well, I will. I wanna push you down.
I don't recognize this.
I'm a little untrusting when I think that the truth is gonna hurt you. And I don't know why you couldn't just stay with me. You couldn't stand to be near me when my face don't seem to want.
One thing is, like, he's quickly becoming one of my favorite vocalists, but one thing I've noticed about him is his voice. Again, the amount of detail. I don't even know if he does this consciously, but I feel like when Rob writes a song, like I feel like so many artists, when they write songs, like the verse and the chorus are like two different entities, where it's like you got your verse, then you got your chorus. Where one thing I noticed about Rob is this natural ebb and flow, this natural ramping up of tension, where it's like the verses bleed into the chorus and bleed back into the verses, where it's like he looks at these things holistically. I don't even know if this is true. It's just what I get when I listen to him, because like the verses are so catchy too, and they're so smooth and silky. And one thing about his voice too that I'm picking up is that he has this big voice, but it's also like his voice is like at times like the physical representation of introspection. It's like it's kind of, it sometimes gets really small and quiet, and you can almost like hear like a pin drop in his voice. It's like a weird thing. It's like his voice is a world, and there's so many different dynamics within it. He's very unique in that respect. I've not heard many singers like him. It kind of reminds me mostly of like, well, one other singer is Goo Goo Dolls, actually. Johnny Resnick, I think. We just did Iris. And I find he has that quality too. Just this like effortless emotion, this effortless sensibility to convey the emotion in a verse. Like, it's just, it's very unique. And it's just, again, just like the way that Rob sings, he has his whole body in it, and the emotion like upswells, and it's just I don't know. I want to say I can't articulate it, but I just used a lot of words to articulate it. But it is beyond words. It's just he's so dynamic in that he can make his voice big and then small and then sensitive and then like powerful. Like a lot of singers, they have to pick a lane. They're the big powerful singer guy, or they're the introspective, quiet guy, where Rob has like every dynamic in his voice. And he just, even within like a lot of the time, one thing too this is what I was picking up with the verses, a lot of the time with a verse is one note. The verse is just, okay, I know what the verse is, where his verses have some like ebb and flow within the verses. That's rare. There's like internal melodies and just different ways of, the verses take me by surprise in a way that almost no verses ever take me by surprise. I hear the first verse, or I hear the first line, and I go, oh, I know how this verse is. It's going to be repeating this one line, this melody in the line 4 times, 8 times. I'm going to get a chorus. Where, again, Matchbox 20 is, there's just this like, it's definitely like formulaic in that there's a formula to it, but it's like a very dynamic formula. But yeah, I'm just very impressed. So let's get back into this.
I'm trusting when I think that the truth is gonna hurt you.
Kind of sounds a bit like Scott Stapp there, Creed.
Why you couldn't just stay with me? You couldn't stand to be near me when my face don't seem to wanna shine. 'Cause it's a little bit dirty. Well, don't just stand there, say nice things to me. 'Cause I've been cheated, I've been wrong with you. You don't know me, well I can't change. Well, I won't do anything at all. I wanna push you around. Well, I will, I wanna push you down. Well, I will, I wanna take you for granted. Don't bowl me over, just wait a minute. Well, I kinda fell apart, things get so crazy. Don't rush this, baby.
He's so into it.
Don't rush this,
Yeah, coming up.
baby. I wanna push you around. Well, I will, I wanna push you down. Well, I will, I wanna take you for granted.
Wow, everything, like, you can feel that.
I wanna take you, yeah. Well, I will, yeah. Push you around, drag you down. I wanna push you around. Well, I will.
Wow, that's an intense song. That's incredible. Matchbox 20, man. I already said like a lot about Rob, but the whole band is just incredible. They just like, they're hit writers. I can already tell after 2 songs. I'm just like, yeah, they're hit writers. Also about the song, Like Rob is like he's a sensitive dude. Oh my god, I can tell he's like a sponge for energy. He's just a vibe. He just picks things up. It's almost like this song was like an exorcism for his ex-girlfriend, where he was like, even this idea of him, the interesting perspective in which the song was written, how he was using her words. He was saying she said. Like so many artists, they just write what they experience. But even it goes to show how sensitive and how much of an empath he is. Just like a highly sensitive person, in that like he literally takes her energy, he takes her story on in the song. He understands her like vibe so well, her anger, her pain, her hurt, her everything. He understands it so well. He's felt it so fully. He's become saturated with her energy. He's now writing a song as a way of being like, get out of me. You know what I mean? You've given all of yourself to me energetically. I need to exercise you like a demon. And it's so intense. You can see in his face, like it's just his whole body. Like at that one part in the bridge of the song crescendo, he was like he was just like vibrating, like it's almost like it was coming out of him. And like it's intense. And I read the lyrics about what the song is about. It's like this girlfriend who's been kind of hurt and cheated on, and now she's abusing him, because that's just what we do as human beings. We're trying to find equilibrium. We're just if like happened to me too. I was abused, then I became an abuser. Not in relationships, just in my own internal family, which is a relationship. But it's like, yeah, hurt people. The cycle of abuse, right? I didn't know any better. It's just all I knew is just abuse, right? So with my own siblings and stuff, took it out on them, and they took it out on, the other sibling and stuff. It was just like circus of pain. And while like she definitely sounds like there's a lot to her, she was hurt a lot too. She was cheated on, abused, all that kind of stuff. I think she said she was abused. But it's a lot. And sometimes I think about this because I used to be the guy. I'd always try to save people. I'd always try to get in relationships with girls that, were broken. But I'm like, if only I could fix them, they could be incredible. They could be everything they wanted to be, and everything. Really, it was everything I wanted them to be. I was projecting. I was being selfish because I was trying to turn them into what I wanted, under the guise of helping them, supporting them, fixing them. But really, I just wanted to change them, and so they could be what I wanted. And one thing is like, it's not healthy. It's not healthy. Like, find a partner that loves you and is good. You know what I mean? Like a lot of us, I talk to a lot of people, who reach out and they're like, I'm in this abusive relationship, but she needs help. Some of my friends have been in this perspective where they're in this abusive relationship and they're like, oh, but she's good a lot of the time, but it's just, she's really broken. I can't leave her because then I'd be leaving her by herself. And it's a difficult position because, yeah, on one hand, I think there was a line in the song where it's like, are you just going to leave me like everyone else? Like, how can you leave someone who's hurting? And it's like, it's not your job to crucify yourself just because someone else is hurting. Like, you being in that relationship is you don't deserve that, right? Like I know people who, she would threaten to kill herself if he left her, and it was just like, geez, like that stuff is so insane, and it's like an impossible position. But the only answer is like, you got to get out. You just got to. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, you have to make sure that you're okay. That you can't save somebody if you're drowning, right? I was a lifeguard, so we used to use this analogy all the time. Like, you can't save someone if you're drowning, right? It's like, save yourself. Make sure that you're okay so you can actually support someone. Like, you can support someone without having to be in a relationship with someone who's abusing you. You know what I mean? You can help someone from afar. You can, end the relationship and then help them get help. You know what I mean? Rehab or whatever it is, or help reach out to their family or something. You don't have to live the hell of being emotionally entangled with that person to help them. If anything, you're not helping them. You're enabling their pain. You're giving them another reason to project onto the world and blame someone else, right? But anyway, what an incredible song. Just such a powerful, powerful song. And yeah, if any of you are in a relationship with somebody who's abusive, get out. They're probably not a terrible person, but again, it's like, it's easier to forgive and love people when you're not the object of their pain, of their anger, because that's what people do. You know, when people are really in pain, they find an outlet because they can't blame themselves. They can't take ownership. They you know, they're always the victim, right? They'll find someone who is loving enough to stick around, and then they'll just project their anger and pain onto you. And I've been in that position with, you know, family members too. You know, I've been that kind of every time I walk in the door, it's like, okay, you're the target of my anger, right? And it sucks, but you got to get out of there so you can forgive them, because really forgiveness is about you, not them. You know, we all need to forgive, you know, exercise our own demons. But anyway, what are your top 3 favorite Matchbox 20 songs? Let me know down below. Also, if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely give it a like. That'd be very helpful with the YouTube algorithm, and give it a silly comment if you want to. And that's it. So I'll see all of you guys again tomorrow. I love you. Peace.